big discussion about whether or not Wasting Time would be released first or Keep It Casual. And I think the general consensus was that Keep It Casual is a lot more upbeat, and a bit more, packs a bit of a punch, and says a lot more about sort of our genre of the band. But like, Wasted Time is easily the best. So, you know, ultimately I didn't really care because they're all fucking amazing. So people are going to hear them one way or the other.
Wasting Time is definitely my favourite song. It's so powerful and rocky, and if you're anything like me, I love driving. You play that through your speakers, you end up driving faster. You go to the gym, it helps so much. It's just very energetic and full, and everywhere that I've shared the song and sent it to people, everyone says the same. It's just uplifting. It's awesome.
So I remember Wasting Time started with this riff, the very first riff, which is which Lloyd kind of like plugs into.
I think the riff is a mishmash of different riffs I've come up with over the years that weren't quite good enough, and it was like, yeah, it was just so.
Daydreaming like a juvenile, desperation with a brainwashed smile, taking orders, taking shine, I lost my mind and I'm losing sight.
Once we got all the drums tuned up, mic'd up and ready to go, the guys played a rough track through my headphones so I could listen to it and play along to that with a click, and then I think I played it about 5 times and we chose the best one, and then we just went from there. I'm a drummer that likes to follow the bass line, which definitely brings more like funk to your songs. And I've played funk before, and it's great. It's very technical, and I think I'd definitely bring that into the band, especially with Wasting Time. It definitely changes up everything, and it just brings the song to the modern era, basically.
So obviously I've just come up with this kind of riff, which is this kind of like funky, almost, I don't know, it's got kind of like a back alley kind of boomtown Rhapsody kind of feel to it, I think. But only from the bass's perspective anyway. So that's, for me, when I get into it, that's how I kind of hear the song. Just that kind of like bouncing back and forth kind of bass riff, and how it plays with the vocals as well, and the chorus. Oh, forget it. And I'll get too focused on it sometimes, to the point where I'll shout out loud, like, oh, I'm going to do this with the bass instead of that this time. And half the time, Lloyd, Mike and Dan look at me like, okay, I didn't even hear what you did before.
I think me and Andy work well together because we've known each other since college, and we've been in bands together. We know our sounds, and we know when to give each other space or when to help push the other person's sound.
The chords I've used in things I've come up with before, again, that haven't quite worked. And the moment I started playing the chords, the melody and the words and the lyrics and Wasting Time, the chorus basically just wrote itself.
I think the best thing about it is lyrics. Easily, that's my favourite bit.
Somewhere in your life, you've known you've wasted your time on doing things, your career, a person. It doesn't matter what. Everyone's done it.
They can be understood by anybody who's in the same position as us. So anybody who's trying to make something of themselves in the music industry.
It's kind of a conflicting with yourself of like, I am wasting time, but am I enjoying it? You know, should I be doing something else with my life? Probably, but whatever. This is kind of good fun.
How far do you go before you give up on your dream? And the answer is you don't.
Sometimes it takes us to play it a few times live, or to hear it in rehearsals and go, actually, no, that don't quite hit the ear right, or whatever. But by the time we've recorded the songs, particularly with these lyrics, I did think a lot about them, and I'm pretty happy.
Out of favour, out of style, I've been stranded for a little while. I felt the lows and I've hit the highs.
I mean, it's so much fun when you actually work on a song over and over again. You know, it changes shape so many times. It's like Ditto from Pokemon. It just, what is it? What's it? And then you finally get into the studio. It's just a jubilation. No, it's fantastic.
The studio's I think it's better than anything. I do like playing live, but having the chance to record in a really good studio with all the equipment, and you get to sit down while you're playing.
It's all fun being in a band, playing your songs, playing cover songs, doing gigs and stuff, but once you get into the studio, record your own song that you've made and listen to it as a track, almost like someone else made it. It's just the next level, because then you can put your music out to the world and see what everyone thinks. It's so good.
It was pretty much the same as it always has been. You know, we get to go and live like we're rock stars for 48 hours. Like, who doesn't want to do that? Like, it's difficult not to enjoy.
I prefer being in the studio to rehearsing because there's another adult to help supervise everyone.
Nick's there, he's writing things down to see what else he could add to it, what we could do to just step it up a little bit, and everything he suggested we've loved it. It's so good.
So before I run out to my setting sun, I'm gonna drive down memory lane, go around again.
Got to learn to sit up. This is like a confessional tape for a murder, isn't it?